it has been 26 days on the dot since Temple lost the first of their past 6, where they have fell to the Tulane Green Wave. And now they face them live here at the Liacouras Center, trying to get back. And if they win, they're in the American Conference Tournament in Birmingham, Alabama. Welcome to WHIP Broadcast as we are live here at the Liacouras Center, getting ready for some men's basketball, their last home game of the year between the Temple Owls and the Tulane Green Wave. I'm Daniel Eakin, joined by Charlie Halleckman. And Charlie, it's been a rough 26 days for the Temple Owls team. Lots of downs. I was going to say ups and downs, but really a lot of downs recently for them. And where do we start with this Temple Owls team?
Well, you were right. And you stopped yourself just in time because there haven't been any ups recently. And the only up you could say is Gavin Griffiths started finding his rhythm over the last 2 games, I'd say. But the one thing with this Temple team is they haven't played a full 40 minutes of basketball, and that's what they need to do tonight. They need to find a way to grind out this game no matter what. It's not going to be an easy game. Like you said, they started this losing streak against Tulane. They know this Tulane team is a very strong team, especially with Rowan Brumbaugh. And it's March, though. You got to put that in the picture. March 5th, March Madness. It's in the name of it. Anything can happen in March, and this team, everyone knows how this team can play. And we saw earlier in the year, and I think they can find that rhythm again, find that energy, and they can get into this rhythm, but they need that win tonight. And I think if they get that win tonight, it'll get them over that hump to get them into the American Conference Tournament and even create a little bit of magic in the month of March going forward.
Well, I want to bring back one of your points first about Rowan Brumbaugh and Darian Ford, 2 of the best scorers in the conference. Number 3 getting owned by Rowan Brumbaugh, and number 4 being owned by Darian Ford. I mean, they're going to be going bucket for bucket tonight, definitely. I'm expecting a little bit of a high-scoring matchup, and I'm really excited to see them 2 go at it because we're watching 2 of the premier players right now in this American Conference.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, Darian Ford's been one of Temple's key parts all season long. He had 26 points against Tulane last time, where Temple did hold Rowan Brumbaugh, though, to 11 points, but he did have 6 rebounds and 9 assists, which is just overall, I mean, you don't see what you could say. I could say a near triple-double in college basketball, even though there were a few stats not close to it enough, but it put it in the question. And he's one of the best guards in the conference. And it's just they need to shut him down tonight.
Yeah,
they can't let him take over, and this Darian Ford needs to do what he's been doing all year. Same with Aiden Tobias, and Jordan Mason had 15 points last time against Tulane, but a lot of fouls, though, on the outside as well last time.
Yeah, definitely. And I want to go back to Rowan just for 1 second. Even though he had 11 points, he did have that season high 9 assists. And last year for Tulane, he started all 34 games, averaged 15.5 with just under 5 assists per game. He led the team in both of those categories and does again this year with 18 points per game and just a little bit under 4 assists. But really the premier player last game for this Tulane team, which was a little unexpected, was the forward from who transferred in from Texas A&M this year, the redshirt sophomore, Tyler Ringgold. Averages just about 10 points per game, but had 22 points against Temple, which was his season high, which gave him a 50% field goal percentage. Temple really had a tough time stopping him around the game.
Yes, and he went 1 for 5 from beyond the arc, though. That's the thing that stands out, though, despite him having 22 points, and he also fouled out. So if Temple can shut him down and limit Brumbaugh getting him the ball, that would be huge as well. So there's so many different ways this Temple team can hold down the fort against Tulane tonight, and they just need to grind out this win one way or another. Everyone's going to need to step up, and fouls might be high in this game like they were last time, and that's okay, though, because it's physical basketball at this time of the year. It's all hands on deck.
And I got to say, Tulane doesn't really impress me from there beyond the arc shooting a lot of the time. Curtis Williams is really one of the only players on that team that has a real positive three-point percentage. Sits at 35% this year. Does shoot the 3 ball pretty well. Had 32 minutes last game against Temple. 10 points, 8 boards, and 1 assist. So he wasn't that big of an impact player. And it's important if Temple can really guard the 3 well enough tonight, they might have an easier shot at beating this Tulane team unlike last time.
I couldn't agree more. I mentioned the three-point, and you mentioned it as well. Tulane went 6 for 18 from beyond the arc last time. So Temple did a good job holding them down. It's just the other outliers. There were 30 points in the paint from Tulane last time, 13 points off the bench, 13 second chance points. But also last game, there were 10 lead changes. So it wasn't a blowout. It was a back-and-forth game the whole time. And that's also what I expect tonight. And like you said, a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game as well. Both teams with high stakes tonight. Temple, a higher stake, saying it's win and get in. And it's going to be an exciting watch tonight.
One of the things I want to point out about this Tulane Green Wave team is we were talking pregame, Charlie, and we saw a couple of big guys on the court for Tulane thinking that they're a rather big team, but they rank dead last in the American and combined team rebounds at 31 team rebounds per game. They do have some height up the middle between Percy Jackson and Davion Bradford, but neither of them get that many minutes, and we're seeing kind of a smaller starting lineup for them today as well. A couple guards and only one forward, tall forward, standing at 6'8". So maybe Temple will have an easier time getting some rebounds, which is one of their biggest struggles overall as a team.
Yeah, it's something that Temple is definitely grateful for, saying they aren't a team that we've known that they are a team that struggles with getting rebounds, and they don't have the height. They have Mokita, but he's their third option at big man. But Jemai Feld getting the start at the forward position tonight, so he'll be playing as the center for Temple. So he's gotten in foul trouble recently, though. So is Babatunde Duradola. So it's Mokita might be a big factor in this game tonight, because with the smaller lineup, they might go towards the paint, saying they did score 30 points in the paint last time. They might attack the rim, but the one thing is, though, they went 27 for 40 from the free throw line. So Temple can't be afraid to foul, but can't get into too much foul trouble, and just got to play aggressive and hold their ground.
Tulane is ranked number 24 nationally at the charity stripe, so it is important that Temple is smart with their fouls. They did a good job last game, but this game, Tulane might kill them a little bit more from that charity stripe where they always do.
Yeah, definitely can't get too comfortable, and they caught a break last time, but definitely tonight, like you said, they need to hold them down, and they got to be careful with it, and you can't let them get you the second time.
So it's Temple, it's Tulane. Temple trying to break this 6-game skid, the little spell that Tulane put on them just about 26 days ago. It's Fan Appreciation Night, the last home game here at the Liacouras Center. We'll be back to you guys in a couple minutes after player intros here at WHIP Sports. The plan is simple for the Temple Owls. Win, and you're in. 6-game skid needs to come to an end tonight at the Liacouras Center against Tulane. We're live here at WHIP Sports. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Charlie Hallockman. We got the starting lineups here. 4 guards for each team. 1 forward, Jemai Felt versus Tyler Ringgold. Both teams do have a bit of a taller guard. Luke Rasmussen comes in at 6'8". He's a Haverford, PA native. And Gavin Griffiths, of course, 6'7", from Connecticut. They're probably going to be going against each other tonight. Charlie, what are some big matchups you're looking for tonight on the floor between these 2 squads?
Plain and simple. Rowan Brumbaugh, Darian Ford. Like we mentioned in the open, they're 2 exciting players to watch, and I think they're both going to make a huge impact in the game tonight, and especially Brumbaugh, who didn't have the highest scoring game last time against Temple, but I think Ford's going to continue what he did last time and what he's done all season. And Brumbaugh, I think he's going to step it up to another level tonight as well. Well,
contrary to popular belief right now, there has been a lot of ups this season, but there's been a lot of downs as well. The last game being played here at the Liacouras Center, the last tip-off of the 2025-2026 season. Jemai Felt, Tyler Ringgold meet in the middle. We're just a couple of moments away from tip here at the Liacouras Center. I think we're waiting on the national broadcast here.
That's what it looks like. Here we go.
And here we go. It's Temple, it's Tulane. Energy really nice in the Liacouras Center, and we're off. As Jemai Felt gets the opening tip for the Owls, Gavin Griffiths now has it over to Darian Ford. Now Jordan Mason at the top of the key.
My friend, it's time for some March basketball.
It is. Jordan Mason guarded here by Asher Woods, screened by Felt. Tobias in on the right wing, over to Griffiths in the corner. Darian Ford to Mason. Mason, left wing, drives, right hand, good. That was Mason attacking with his left hand. First 2 points of the game belong to the Owls.
Great start by Mason right there. Like we mentioned last time, 15 points out in the game versus Tulane. Had 3 fouls though, but a good start to see from Mason. When he can get scoring, it's a really big key for the Owls.
Now it's Tulane on the offensive. Brumbaugh driving in from the right side, under the basket and in and good. Nice move.
That's one of Brumbaugh's key plays, driving into the paint, just going downhill, and watching his film, that's what he does, and Temple's got to shut that off because that was easy, way too easy.
On the defensive side, it is Ford versus Brumbaugh. So now Mason has it for Temple. Griffiths, left wing. Griffiths driving with the right hand floater. No good off backboard. Rebound by Tulane. Luke Rasmussen grabs the board.
He almost put that back in.
Ringgold now has it. Gives it off to Williams Jr. Back to Ringgold. Ringgold, mid-range jumper. Good. A little left wing jumper for Ringgold. Tulane takes the lead. Now it's Jordan Mason. Slowing the pace here. Screened by Felt. Screened by Griffiths as well. Mason finds Ford. Ford, 3-pointer. Good! Right wing 3-pointer from Darian Ford. First 3 points of the night for the leading scorer of the Owls.
Nice quick shot from Darian Ford, someone who's also very selective on their 3-point shooting, so a good sign to see that he was confident enough to just throw that up and it went in.
Woods to Ringgold. Ringgold, 3-pointer. Good! Ringgold responds. 5 points for Ringgold so far. It's 7-5 in favor of Tulane.
Talk about an answer right there.
Jordan Mason slowing it down off to Griffiths at the top of the key. Drives to his right. Off to Mason. Beyond the 3-point line. He's going to take it inside against Rasmussen. Mason, right hand, good! Rasmussen, almost a 5-inch advantage over Mason. Mason driving inside with the right hand. We're tied up.
It's a good sign to see Temple taking advantage of the, I'd say, lack of height from Tulane and from what they've put out there tonight so far. That's Mason's second time taking it to the hoop.
Asher Woods driving past Mason, kicks it out. 3-pointer for Rasmussen, off.
Really
rebound by Felt.
Really good look, and just too much on, almost too wide open for him, I guess.
Felt now has it, gives it off to Griffiths. Griffiths over to Tobiasen, almost stolen away by a Tulane player. Tobiasen leaves it off for Felt. Felt's going to take it up against a bunch of Tulane players. That one was kicked out of his hand, and now Ringgold has it. Ringgold taking it with his right. Ringgold kicks. Three-pointer. No good. Tulane trying to grab the rebound. They do not, and Temple gets it back. That three-pointer was attempted by Curtis Williams Jr.
Another good look for the Green Wave. Just if you're Temple, you can't let that happen too much.
Tobiasen, left corner, three, draining it. Tobiasen gets the lead for the Temple Owls.
You can let that happen, though, if you're the Temple Owls, and you would love to see that from Tobiasen, who is one of the team's premier scorers.
He finds his first three of the night. Now it's Williams Jr. on Tobiasen, blocks. Tobiasen moving the other way, right hand, layup, bumped, foul.
It's a double block from Jemiah Griffiths right there. It was fun to see.
It was a Jemiah Griffiths double block right there, and then Tobiasen gets the foul call. Now Tobiasen has had a very, very up and down season, kind of hit his low point, shooting 1 for 10 in a game prior, but does have 15.1 points per game this year, and does lead the team in steals with just about a steal per game, as he nails his first. A 79% shooter from the charity stripe. As Gilliard was just subbed into this game for Felt, as well as Babatunde Duradola. So Tobiasen getting ready to shoot his second. And he nails it. 5-point lead here for the Temple Owls early in this first quarter. We're just about 4 minutes down. Brumbaugh has it, working here against Mason. Brumbaugh driving to his right. Brumbaugh behind the back, moves into the post, gives it off. Now it's Woods. Woods maneuvering to his right against Gilliard, just beyond the three-point line, over to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh drives inside, pumps, goes under the little basket, and good. Shifty player is Brumbaugh.
Like I talked about earlier, how Temple can't let that happen. That's another easy basket underneath the basket for Brumbaugh.
Duradola inside. Duradola trying to work, get some space. Duradola bucket.
A lot of contact right there as he threw his hands up in the air, kind of saying, where, no call. I thought he got hacked across the arm a little bit, but that's a good sign to see from Bobo, though.
Duradola fighting in the post, getting the right-hand layup. Temple up by 5 once again. It's Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh working here against Ford. Loses it for a moment and retreats.
Good tight defense by Ford right there with a lot of energy as well.
Brumbaugh drifting to his right, screen, goes underneath. That one stolen away, almost by Gilliard. They get it back, 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Just has to chuck it up, is Tulane, no good. Gilliard attempting to grab the board, goes off of the hand of a Tulane player. And immediate timeout.
That was a phenomenal defensive possession right there for Temple. Sorry to cut you off real quick, but that was awesome overall, and not just on the court, off the court as well. Coach Fisher was reading that perfectly, directing players where to go to help out overall, and it was a beautiful sequence overall.
Temple having some really good defense against a high explosive Tulane offense. We're going for a second for a media timeout. We'll be back in just a few moments. And welcome back to WHIP Sports. Temple holds a 14-9 lead in front of the Tulane Green Wave. And right now, Temple on a little bit of a roll here. I wouldn't say offensively, though. Defensively, doing a really good job right now on this Tulane squad.
Yeah, like I mentioned just before going to the break, that last defense possession, Darian Ford, Gilliard with the rebound, and Temple was rewarded with the ball. And overall, it was just a great possession. And Temple was rewarded, like I said. So now Temple, 4 of their last 5 from the field, really can benefit from that possession to extend this 14-9 lead.
And Temple's doing a good job, responding to the adversity. I mean, Ringgold for a second there returned back to that February 7th form, but Temple did a good job of responding, and now up by 5 with Mason having the ball in the offensive zone. Mason screen set by Felt. Almost got picked away there by a Tulane player, where he was trying to pass to Darian Ford, and looked like Scotty Middleton got a hand on it.
I'm going to call you out right there. You're in your hockey mode, aren't you?
I
know you are.
Lost what I was trying to say there for a minute.
So they crossed the blue line.
Yeah, but Temple now working in the offensive.
Can you dump it in the basketball?
I don't think so.
I mean, you could dump it into the paint.
You technically could, yeah. 3 seconds left here for Mason. Mason pull-up jumper, no good. Temple almost got the rebound, but because it did not hit off the rim, they called the shot clock violation.
It was pretty close to the rim. I wonder if it did skim it a little bit.
All right, well, but play does go on. It's Brumbaugh taking it up here for Tulane. Working against Ford. He gives it off to Woods. Woods against Mason. Finds Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh taking it on the inside, kicking it out. 3-pointer here for Tulane. Good. That's Scotty Middleton finding his first 3 of the night.
Nice play design by the Green Wave right there. It was an off-ball screen to get Brumbaugh that ball to look to drive into the paint, which pulled a defender.
That's a right-hand corner 3 for Middleton.
Which pulled the defender off of Middleton, which allowed him to be wide open. So great design by Ron Hunter.
It's Darian Ford. Has it for Temple. Makes a man jump. Darian Ford taking it to the inside. Left hand blocked. That's the big man on the inside, Percy Daniels. He gives it off to Brumbaugh. Temple up by 2.
That's where the height comes into play right there.
Middleton in the corner once again. Fakes the 3, takes it on the inside. Good. Left hand layup. We're all tied up here. 13 minutes, 25 to go. 14-14 score in half number 1. It's Jordan Mason, slow, at the top of the key. Screen by Duradola. Mason still has it, right wing. Gives it off to Tobiasen on the left side. Tobiasen moving over to the top, gives it off to Ford. Fake shot, working here against Woods. Ford moves into the interior, gives it off to Gilliard. 4 seconds, 3 seconds to go. Gilliard gets it stripped. Going the other way now is Tulane. Brumbaugh breezing past Mason. Mason does get a tip on it, but Brumbaugh lays it in. Tulane, 2-point lead.
Adam Fisher losing his mind off of that, trying to say that no one touched it, which he might have a point right there, because the ball was rolling on it. The fact that was able to end back up into Brumbaugh's hands was impressive.
Tobiasen moves inside himself, gets it down. Shifty move on the left side for Tobiasen. Ties it up here for Temple.
A good physical take as well, as he ran into the chest of Brumbaugh and was able to stay strong, hold the baseline, and get that basket to go for Tobiasen.
Mid-range jumper here for Tulane. That's no good. Curtis Williams. Mason gonna take it himself. Mason left side blocked again by Percy Daniels. That's his second. Moving now is Curtis Williams Jr. Gives it off to Middleton. Middleton, Brumbaugh, 3-pointer left wing, no good. Rebound by Temple. It's Gilliard slowing it down. Percy Daniels, a menace in the paint so far here for Tulane, has 2 blocks.
Ron Hunter said no more of those easy takes to the paint, and so far it's worked out, I'd say.
Ford to Gilliard. Gilliard drifts into the middle. Gilliard floater, no good. Rebound by Tulane. Woods moves up, slows it down here for Tulane. 11 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in half number 1, 16-16. Woods, Middleton, top of the key. Middleton working here against Ford. Gives it off once again. 10 seconds left on shot clock. Brumball has it, top of the key, screened by Daniels. Finds Daniels underneath. Daniels stripped by Tobiasen. Tobiasen now off to the races. Tobiasen absorbs contact and gets fouled by Brumball.
Great job by Tobiasen right there to drawing that contact like he did before on the baseline. His last basket, like I mentioned, he ran into the chest, did it again. There was just a lot clearer this time and a lot more physical. So great take by Tobiasen overall, and has a chance to go to the line when we come back.
16-16, 11 minutes to go here in half number one. We'll be back in just a few moments after this media timeout. And welcome back to WHIP Radio. 16-16, 11 minutes to go here in half number one. Tobiasen ready to shoot two here at the Liacouras Center. It's been back and forth so far. Physical defense from both sides, and Percy Daniels really been a presence in the middle so far.
Yeah, I mean, hey, Coach Rich is here. Coach Rich did clinch our spot into the American Conference Tournament a few games ago. But, yes, you're right. Percy Daniels coming into the game, I mean, the fact that he didn't start was a little questionable now for how much of an impact he's made, but definitely a good adjustment that they have made so far.
Does average just about 1.5 blocks per game, which is fourth in the American Conference.
I'd say he surpassed that.
Yes, he did. One of the premier shot blockers in the conference. Showing it off so far for Tulane. Now it's Brumball on the offensive side. Brumball in the mid-range, working against Griffiths. Pumps, shoots. No good. Off front rim. Nice defense by Griffiths. A little bit of a size mismatch in favor of Gavin. So now it's Mason who has it for Temple.
It's a good job by Griffiths, staying content right there also, not leaving his feet too much. Biting on Brumball's pump fake.
Tulane, 2-minute scoring drought here for the Green Wave, trying to get back in their rhythm, but it's Temple in the offensive. Gavin Griffiths, left wing three, no good. Rebound by Tulane. It's Williams Jr. Williams slowing the pace down, finds Brumbaugh, who gets it to Daniels.
Wasn't a terrible look from Gavin, just a little off to the left.
Woods takes it on the inside, up and under, no good off the backboard. Left to right from Williams, now it's Gilliard moving inside, trying to find Tobiasen. Tobiasen steps out of bounds. On the right side, was working around the three-point line. Darian Ford now back in the game.
This is where Temple needs to take advantage of the scoring drought that the Green Wave are on, but Temple at the same time has 0 field goals in the last 2 minutes, 20-second plus. So this is the key moment, though, where they need to take advantage of this, like I said.
Now it's Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh moving to his right, finds what looks like Middleton in the wing, and he knocks it down. Scotty Middleton, left wing jumper. Tulane takes the lead. We're just under halfway to go.
That's why Temple had to take advantage. Now Tulane with 1 shot after that drought, back in front.
It's Tobiasen on the left wing, finds Ford. Ford, top of the key. Gets it back to Tobiasen, still on the wing. Felt at the top of the key, working here against Brumbaugh. Gives it off to Gilliard. Gilliard pumps. Gilliard, Tobiasen, back to Gilliard. Gilliard, right wing 3. Good! Nice response for Gilliard. What a spark plug. He's been off the bench recently. Temple retakes the lead.
Beautiful back and forth passing right there between Tobiasen and Gilliard. And it paid off, I'd say.
Now it's Middleton. Finds Woods, back to Middleton. Then back to Woods. Trying to replicate the Temple offense. Woods now, mid-range. Gets fouled by Gilliard. And they'll go to the line to shoot 2.
It's a good hard foul by Gilliard right there. I mean, not much he could have done because... Forget who took the shot. Was it?
It was
Asher Woods. It was Asher Woods. He was able to draw Gilliard to leave his feet, but Gilliard. It's a good thing though that he didn't let him get a clean shot off. Because if you're gonna foul, I say this all the time. If you're gonna foul, don't let them get the shot up. Do anything you can. Happened last night in the Sixers game. Adembona got ripped to the ground, and it was a good play. It was a good, tough, gritty basketball play, which that's what it was right there. And Gilliard got right back up. And now instead of a possible 3-point play, it's only 2 shots at the line.
Well, Woods, the best free throw shooter on the team, 83%, knocked down his first. So not necessarily the guy you want to send to the line as he makes his second as well. So we're all knotted up here at the Liacouras Center. Under 9 minutes to play here in half number 1. Ford now taking it up for the Temple Owls, running the point. It's Ford, Griffiths, Tobiasen, Gilliard, and Felt playing the big. Now it's Griffiths. Griffiths to Gilliard. Gilliard operating the offense now, top of the key, finds Tobiasen. Griffiths now, right-hand corner. No good. Rebound by Felt. Felt now to Griffiths. Griffiths going inside. Good. Left-hand lay for Gavin.
That's where the height pays off for Gavin, even though he's not a center. I mean, that's where he's so dangerous. He's so tall. He's someone that can shoot, I mean, and get rebounds like that and finish.
So now it is Tulane. Ringgold working here against Felt. Ringgold taking it to the inside. Nice help defense by Griffiths. Gets it knocked out. And Temple gets the ball back.
Once again, the height. Griffiths getting his arm in there.
It's 8 minutes to go here. Temple up by 2. Ford drifting to the inside. Ford, left hand, blocked by Ringgold. 3rd block of the game for Tulane on the inside. Now running the point is KJ Green, newly subbed on for Tulane. Green moves to his right. Green takes it up. Green, no good. Rebound by Ford. Darian Ford now moving with it. Darian Ford moving with pace. Ford stops in his tracks, gives it off to Griffiths, who's in the left spot. Griffiths weaves his way inside. Right-hand floater, good. 4-point lead for Temple.
Great job by Gavin right there. But on the other end, a great job by Tulane to make that adjustment of closing out the paint as Temple trying to run downhill and get those shots up. They're either getting blocked or they're shutting them down before they can even get that shot attempt up.
So now it is Woods. Woods working here against Ford. Gilliard tries to play some help try and gets the strip. Woods, mid-range jumper, good. Nice shifty basket there by Woods in the mid-range. It's a 2-point game. So now it's Tobiasen moving up, working here against Williams Jr. Tobiasen slowing it down. Screen by Griffiths. Tobiasen to Griffiths. Griffiths down low to Felt. Felt wide open bucket. Slams it home for Temple. 4-point lead for the Owls. So now it's KJ Green once again.
Great find by Griffiths. to get Felt into that familiar two-hand slam.
Woods fakes the three, goes inside, kicks it out. Nice pass. It's Middleton for three once again. Good. Middleton. 3 3-pointers made for Scotty Middleton. He has 11 points.
Once again, Temple caught sleeping on Scotty Middleton, who's just, once again, wide open in the corner. Can't let that happen too much because he's making his shots tonight.
Griffiths moving inside. Griffiths looking for Felt. Felt wasn't ready for it. Felt gets blocked from behind. Foul called on one of the Tulane players. They say the foul was on Scotty Middleton on the way back up for Felt after he was rejected. And it looks like we are going to go to break. So just about 6 minutes to go here in half number one. It's back and forth basketball here at the Liacouras Center, 27-26. We'll be back in just a short moment. And welcome back to WHIP Sports as we're just gearing up for a couple of free throws from Jemai Felt. And right now, just like last game, Charlie, it's not Brumbaugh doing a lot of the damage. This time it's Scotty Middleton, 11 points, 4 for 4 from the field.
They've left him open. Plain and simple. They've been caught sleeping. Middleton's just kind of snuck away, and then all of a sudden the ball's in his hands, and it's going through the nylon. And it's hurt the out so far, but at the same time, Temple with that 1-point lead looking to extend it with Felt at the charity stripe.
Another great shooter as well is Middleton as Felt misses his first. Middleton shooting 38% from the three-point line this year. A former 5-star recruit as well. Went to Seton Hall before he transferred to Temple, or not to Temple, excuse me, to Tulane, as Felt makes his second.
Substitution for the house, number 11, Babatunde Duradola replacing number
So now it's KJ Green leading the offense here for Tulane. Sophomore from Georgia. Our producer Troy's hometown, or his home state, excuse me.
Our producer Troy, also known as Red Thunder.
Temple basketball here after a turnover by Tulane. Green was looking for what looked like Moore, who was just subbed on here for Tulane. So now Jordan Mason moving the ball up. Cam Wallace on the floor here for the Temple Owls. Mason finds Ford, who finds Griffiths. Griffiths gonna drive with his right. Griffiths, another mid-range floater, again, no good. Griffiths grabs his own rebound and gets it back down.
Beautiful from Gavin right there. That, and like we said earlier, that height, it's such a big factor in his game. And it showed right there.
4-point game. Sorry, Charlie.
No, you're all good. Blame it on Troy.
Brumbaugh now has it. Gives it off to Moore. Moore, 3-point left wing. No good. Foul called. On the floor, it looks like it's on Babatunde Duradola. Going up for the rebound. I like seeing the persistence from Gavin Griffiths there. Misses the first one, but gets his own rebound, puts it back up. Griffiths was 6 on the night.
And not just getting the rebound, he got up there quickly. He knew that wasn't the shot. It wasn't going in, and he attacked it.
On the inbound pass, Mason steals it away from what looked like Woods. A really nice read there from Jordan Mason. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Temple up by 4. Ford now moving in the offense. Griffiths finds Mason. Finds Cam Wallace. Wallace goes all the way across to the left side for Ford. Ford for 3. No good. Rebound by Duradola. Wallace gives it off to Mason. Temple still in the offensive. Less than 5 to go. Screen set by Duradola. Mason trying to move into the mid-range, gives it off to Ford. Ford goes inside. Ford drives with the right hand. No good.
Ford's got to change something up because that's clearly not working tonight. It's saying he got triple teamed by the Green Wave going into the paint right there.
Brumbaugh working against Wallace. Kicks out. 3-pointer for Tulane. No good. Jordan Mason has it.
Temple catching a break right there. Another pretty open shot for the Green Wave.
Wallace, 3. No good. Griffiths grabs the rebound and gets fouled on the way up. Griffiths will go and shoot 2.
I think that Wallace shot got tipped going up for, I think it was by Percy Daniels who got a hand on it.
So Griffiths now going to the charity stripe to shoot 2. Griffiths not the greatest free throw shooter, shooting 57%, misses his first.
Shouldn't have said anything. Just how it works.
Griffiths didn't start the last game versus Tulane. He came off the bench. I think that was his first game back after injury. Griffiths shooting his second. No good. Misses both. 4-point game here. 4 minutes to go. First half. Temple up 30-26. It's Brumbaugh. Gives it off to Moore. Fast-paced movement here from Tulane. This one gets all the way back to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh, nice move. Brumbaugh drives inside. Brumbaugh absorbs contact. No good.
Real nice move, though. Just good defense by Duradola, though, standing his ground, being physical.
Wallace, open 3 for the freshman. No good. Rebound by Temple. To Bison. Now it's Griffiths. Griffiths going to drive inside. Gets it picked away. Nice play there. What looked like from Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh now driving inside. Puts a nice move. Nice pass to the inside for Woods. Taken away once again. To Bison with the tip. Duradola with the collection.
Great job tonight by the Owls on defense, getting their hands inside the paint as Tulane tries to get those passes down low. It's multiple times that has happened tonight.
Duradola quickly doubled and fouled by Woods, as this takes us into immediate timeout. Ferocious defense from both sides. Temple up 30-26. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go in half number 1. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're back here live at the Leacorp Center. 3:20 to play in half number one, and it's been back and forth. Really, no team has stuck out to me so far.
Yeah,
I think it's been even basketball.
Yeah, you can definitely say that, but at the same time, this is how Temple, these are all the games Temple's been in all year. And it's, every game's been close. It's just they need to play a full 40 minutes of basketball, which that's been their issue recently. They might have even played 38 minutes, and those 2 minutes that they've missed have cost them these games on this 6-game losing streak.
Again, 26 days. It started here against Tulane. Temple trying to end it, fouled. Is Babatunde Duradola in the interior by Percy Daniels. Nice passing sequence. Duradola down low with the right-hand layup and gets fouled by Daniels. So Duradola to the charity stripe. 75% shooter. So Babatunde Duradola, or as a lot of people like to call him Baba, takes his first, knocks it down. Baba made the switch in the middle of the season to go to the bench and has produced still the most forward minutes for this Temple team, and has been still impactful for the Owls.
Yeah, definitely right there. It's a good sign seeing he can get underneath against Daniels, which will now cause him to check out of the game after that foul. But Baba's someone who's not super tall. We've all known that, and he's playing that so-called center position for the Owls, even though he is a forward. It's a good sign. He's been physical, and he's gotten under the basket tonight.
So 6-point game here. Tulane now with the ball. Woods drives inside. Woods gets swatted away by Griffiths.
Great job by Mason to get his hands in there right there.
Tobiasen fakes the three. Tobiasen drives inside, swatted away on the other side by Middleton. Duradola steps out of bounds. And that goes back in Tulane possession. Turnovers on both sides, but Tulane will end up with it. Less than 3 to go here. 2:45 left in half number one. Temple up by 6. Woods has it here for Tulane. Gives it off to Ringgold. Ringgold drives inside against Duradola. Foul called on Duradola.
And Duradola's now going to check out of the game. That's been the issue with Baba this year. A lot of fouls, and you're going to have to deal with it when he's playing the center position, and he's not that tall of a player. Like we've said, he's 6'8", but so he is, when you're going against the other centers, you're going to have to draw fouls, and it's going to happen, it's something that has hurt the team this year.
Brumbaugh goes to the inside, does not make it again. Brumbaugh, 6 points tonight. Temple back on the offensive. Ford gets it stripped away from Brumbaugh, and they say it is Temple possession.
I'd like to see Darian Ford start shooting a little bit more outside beyond the arc, where
or even in the mid-range.
Or,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Driving into the paint has not worked tonight for Ford. He's gotten hands all over him and hasn't been able to draw any fouls either. But here he goes again. But
and he gets it down.
I guess the announcers' jinx worked in our favor for once.
Ford drives to the left and gets it down for Temple near the basket. It's an 8-point game. Tulane drives in. No good from Ringgold. Nice defense there from Jemai Felt.
Great job being straight up by Jemai, not reaching at all, trying to get a block, and it paid off.
Tobiasen looking around, gets it to Mason. Mason now running the point. Working here against Woods, screen set by Griffiths. Griffiths, three-pointer over Woods, good!
That is Gavin Griffiths' game right there. That catch and shoot, no dribble, almost like Klay Thompson, that catch and shoot.
Griffiths.
And when he gets in that rhythm.
Left wing three. Tulane trying to respond. Moving on the inside, trying to kick it to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh all day. Right-hand layup driving inside. 9-point game. It's Mason slowing it down. Minute 20 to go here in the first half.
Like I talked about earlier, this is what Temple needs to do on this 10-0 run right now. Needs to continue attacking.
Tobiasen, top of the key three. Good!
Just
Aiden Tobiasen.
Like that.
12-point game. Temple. Big run here at the end of the first half. Minutes ago.
Answer.
Brumbaugh. Middleton gives it off to Ringgold. Ringgold driving inside from the top of the key, working against Felt. Fouled. He'll shoot two.
Foul on number 1, Jemai Felt.
Surprised they called the foul on Jemai right there. I didn't see much from Jemai. I saw an arm come in to try to poke the ball. I thought they were going to call the foul there. It looked like they called a push on Jemai, though.
So Ringgold will go to the line to shoot 2. Again, had the season high 22 points against Temple last game, shot 50%. Right now sitting at 5 points. Ringgold makes his first. 50 seconds to go here. Temple on a 13-2 run. 40-29 the score in favor of the Owls. They've hit 3 of the last 3 from the field. Ringgold, 1 more to shoot here. Trying to bring this within 10. And he does not. Rebound by Felt. 49 seconds to go here for the Owls. Mason taking it up, starting on the left side. Mason wiggles his way to the right. Mason drives inside. Mason trying to kick to Ford. That one goes out of bounds. Nice defense by Tulane.
It's a good look. Would have had Ford open in the corner to shoot a 3.
And a timeout is called in favor of Tulane. It's 39 seconds left in half number 1. It's a 30-second timeout, and right now, Charlie, Temple has just been super impressive, firing away on all cylinders right now for the Owls, and it's good that the lid is not on right now for Temple.
Yeah, thing is, though, and especially going into the half, with them at this lead right now, they got to keep it going. There's been times there's been these double-digit leads, and all of a sudden, it's within 2 minutes, it'll evaporate. So this team needs to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Almost with 20 more minutes of basketball to play, just need to keep their foot on the gas. But it's a great sign to see Griffiths start to get into this rhythm. Tobiasen, when that momentum's going, catch and shoot. But it's those fouls, though, underneath the basket kind of kill that momentum a little bit. So they need to try to avoid them a little bit. Those turnovers right there, giving Tulane the ball back. Just need to play clean basketball and keep this going for the Owls.
It's been nearly 50% shooting from the field for the Owls. Tobiasen 3 for 4, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc so far in this one. Griffiths 4 for 8, 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Both trying to get back in that rhythm as it's a win and get in situation for the Owls trying to take a trip to Birmingham. It's 30 seconds to go here in half number 1. It's Tulane. Williams Jr. gives it off to Woods. Woods to the left side. Woods blows past Ford. Jemai Felt jumps. Woods gets it down and 1. Asher Woods, shifty as ever, gets it down and will go to the line to shoot 1. And a 30-second timeout called by Temple. Asher Woods, a huge bucket there for Tulane in response, and just looks super shifty, got Jemai up in the air, and generated the foul.
Yeah, not much from that Jemai could have done right there. I mean, it was straight up, but he left his feet, and Woods was able to initiate that contact and draw the foul and put it in. So that's another thing. Now a 9-point game could be an 8-point game with a made free throw. So that's what I'm talking about. It quickly can change, and especially you don't want Tulane to gain this momentum at the end of the first half with under 60 seconds to go. That's not what they need to do. They need to come out here and still attack.
We talked about Ringgold pregame having a nice game against Temple last game, but Woods, one of those people as well, had 19, 5 and 6, 5 assists, 6 rebounds last game versus Temple in 35 minutes, and he shot 6 for 8. He's an efficient player. He's doing well around the rim right now against the Owls, and now goes to the line to shoot 1. So 22.7 seconds to go. Temple up by 9. Just took a 30-second timeout, so Woods now to the line to shoot 1. Woods knocks it down. No big on the floor for Temple right now. Gilliard subbed in. It's Ford, Gilliard, Mason, Tobiasen, and Griffiths. Griffiths playing, I guess, that, quote, big man position. 15 seconds to go here in half number 1. No shot clock.
At about 10 seconds, it looks like the Owls are going to start moving.
10 seconds. 7 seconds on the clock. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Screen by Griffiths. Ford going to take it himself. 2 seconds. 1 second. Ford chucks it up and way off.
Not a great possession at the end of the half right there. After I feel like they waited a little too long. It looked like Fisher was saying he was throwing 10 up in the air on his finger, saying get going at 10 seconds, and then it just looked like it was little late for them to start moving and had to just throw up a shot that wasn't a quality shot.
Fisher was in disbelief on the sideline after that possession. He was enraged with what looked like Griffiths as he was walking off. But apart from that last possession, Charlie, a pretty good half overall for the Temple Owls.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad half at all. I mean, you're up by 8 right now, but it should be more, saying over the last 30 seconds that Tulane was able to chip away at that lead. But like I said, you can't have any confidence right now going in that locker room. You got to say, hey, you got to play like you're down. That's what you have to do. You have to go out there, and you don't want to just play confident and say, hey, we have the lead, just don't give it up. You want to floor it on the gas pedal and just keep it going, and you need to pull away like they were when they had that momentum. And you can see when they had that momentum, they do get confident.
Yeah.
So once you get that momentum, roll with it.
Temple up by 8, getting ready for some second half basketball in just about 15 minutes. Can they play a complete 40? It's 40-32. We'll be back in just about 15 minutes here at WHIP.
And welcome back to the Lee Core Center. Big Dan and I, and if you listen to the radio show, switching it up, alongside our producer, Troy Arslan, also known as Red Thunder. My name is Charlie Halkman, and coming out of the half, 40-32, the Temple Owls ahead of the Green Wave. And Big Dan, what do you think about the first half overall, how Temple's played and what they need to do besides play a full 40 minutes in the second half?
So I feel one of the things for Temple is they play very good, tenacious defense, and I think they've done a really good job of limiting Brumball as much as they can, and the damage he can do, not only with his playmaking abilities, because he's a flashy passer, does a really good job of distributing the basketball, so not only his playmaking abilities, but especially his finishing abilities around the rim. One of the things I'd like to see Temple improve on, though, is stop leaving some people open. I think they commit too much to Brumball to a point where Scotty Middleton has been perfect from the field with 11 points. If you can limit that while also trying to keep Brumball at a minimum, Temple should surf their way to a W as this game comes to a close. But they need another full 20 minutes of basketball. And that's one thing that you pointed out when I was doing play-by-play, is something that they struggled with tremendously throughout the past six games.
That's been the struggle of this team in this 6-game losing streak, and it's gotten to them. They know it, and it has to be on their mind. And you got to hope that it doesn't take over their mind and it gets into the mental part of the game where they know that they've struggled in this late half of basketball, and they really just need to play a clean 20 minutes, and that 20 minutes starts right now as Rowan Brumball taking it up quickly against Darian Ford, straight to the paint, and another double block by Griffiths and Jemai Felt right away. Darian Ford the other way with the rebound now. Alice moving right to left in the white uniforms with the cherry numbers, where Tulane in the black with some hard-to-see numbers.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I could see you were struggling with that in the beginning.
It was,
I was as well. And Jordan Mason right away, dribble, pick up three from the left wing, and a hot start for the Owls from beyond the arc to start this second half.
And just a great start, not only the double block on one end on Brumball, but just a nice response from Jordan.
Now the other way for the Green Wave is Ringgold. Back to Daniels, to Brumball now. Brumball to the corner for Ringgold. Ringgold driving in on Griffiths. Puts it up. Air balls, a lot of contact, but good, fierce defense. Now the other way. Long pass up to Darian Ford. Left-hand layup is good. Darian Ford and the Owls. Quick 5 points to start this second half. 45-32. Owls extend their lead.
A great first minute for the Owls. They got to keep it going here with a nice little chain of events.
What they need to do, put the foot on the pedal, which they have done over the first 60 seconds. Now Asher Woods to the corner. It is Curtis Williams Jr. with a three from the far corner. Rims out, no good.
Tough to see. It's really tough to see those numbers.
And especially the angle we were at right there.
Yeah.
It's hard to see. But now pass to Tobias in the far corner. Thinks about the shot, back to Griffiths. Now bounce pass to Darian Ford. Hesitates in the paint, back up to Griffiths. He's gonna shoot deep three. Gavin Griffiths knocks it down, and a timeout from head coach Ron Hunter. The Temple Owls flooring it in the car right now, extending this lead to 48-32 with 18 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the second half. A lot of time left, but exactly what the Owls wanted to do.
And between approximately the 2,000 to 3,000 people here in the Liacoris Arena, no one loved that Griffiths basket more than Coach Fisher. Slammed the side of the scorer's table, just fired up. And you can tell that this team really just needed that start there in the second half. A great minute and 40 to come out of the gate, up by 15, as Tulane had nothing to do but call a timeout.
And not just Coach Adam Fisher who was fired up right there. Someone who you don't see show a lot of energy much at all. Gavin Griffiths, he was fired up across the Temple logo. But when we come back from the break after a quick timeout from Ron Hunter to start the second half, 48-32, Temple leads it. This is Temple basketball on WHIP Sports Radio. Welcome back to the Lee Core Center alongside Big Dan Legan. My name is Charlie Halpin, and a hot start to the second half for the Temple Owls, like we have said, is the goal. But 18 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. That is the main factor point of this game right now. The score does not matter until the clock hits 0, and for Temple to be up front when it hits all zeros.
I've been here for about a semester and a half, Charlie. I don't think, and I know Coach Fish is a pretty tame coach. I don't think you were looking, but you just slamming, just fired up. And I think that transcends to the team too. It shows the urgency, this win and get in, that they have to perform for the rest of this 18-20 in the second half. But a great start coming out of the gate. They came out swinging in round number 2.
A tame coach? I'd say it's questionable, but I'd say it brings a lot of energy. Even right there, as you were saying that, he's clapping his hands, getting them going. That's what he needed.
It wasn't just clapping his hands. He was banging the scores
table.
I'm
saying when you were saying that right there, he looked out to the team and was clapping his hands. But yes, I've seen him bang the score table before in other games, and he cares about this team. He really does, and that's why he had this extension. And just to get this win tonight, it shows how much this team really can flourish from it overall. Now, inbound pass to Scotty Middleton with the 3 in front of the Tulane bench is no good. So Middleton with a miss. Now Jordan Mason slowing it down up the court for the Owls. Griffiths in motion right to left. Now a pass to Aiden Tobias in far wing beyond the arc, no good. And a foul on the floor on Scotty Middleton.
Middleton missing his first of the evening, and then gets the foul on the other end. A little bit of a tough sequence for the former 5-star recruit.
Now Mason to inbound the ball towards the right side of the basket. Now it's Darian Ford to the far wing to Tobias and back to Ford. Ford now driving in with the left hand, spins off. Now Aiden Tobias driving in, gets fouled, going up for the layup, no good, but he will go to the line to shoot 2. Those numbers really are hard to see.
They are tough.
For those who can't see, they have that Tulane light blue outline, but no filling in the middle with black
similar
jerseys.
jersey was North Texas.
Yes, it definitely is, and the jerseys are awesome.
I
think if they filled the numbers, they would look great as well, as Tobias hits his first free throw.
Well, I just want to go back to that offensive sequence. Just great passing all around for Temple. Smart IQ play from Tobias to pump and then drive. Knew he had out of the lane, and then Middleton, 2 quick fouls here in the second half once he checked in.
Yes, once he checked in, and now he checks out of the game, so something to look out for Scotty Middleton. Out of the game now with 4 fouls, which something Tulane cannot afford, as Tobias hits his second free throw. Now a Brumball to the corner. It is Tyler Ringgold. He hit for 3, so Ringgold steps up and drills one of his own. Now it's a 50-35 game with 17:24 to go here in the second half, as Jordan Mason back up the court for the Owls, covered by Brumball. That's Griffiths thinking about a shot, and he is going to shoot it. And he hits Gavin Griffiths right in front of Adam Fisher in the Temple Owls bench. Gavin Griffiths really starting to heat up, and that is exactly what the Owls need.
And just a confident shot right there from Gavin. You can tell he's feeling it.
And he wanted to shoot it right away. And now good defense by Jordan Mason, fighting for the ball with Percy Daniels underneath the basket, ripped it, and it went out of bounds, and it will stay with the Green Wave.
First of all, my bad for cutting you off there, Charlie, but just a big comeback shot after letting one go there for Tulane. Just a great job by Temple to respond. Griffiths feeling all that swagger right now.
Yes, he is. Now it's Curtis Williams driving in, floater from just outside the cylinder, and he hits.
Just a nice response there for Tulane, trying to keep themselves in this one after just such a rough start to this second half. 2 quick buckets, though, trying to scratch and claw their way back into this one against the Owls.
Now Tobias swings it to Mason. Mason swings it to Griffiths. Back up top to Mason. Going to work now. And to the corners, Griffiths thinking about the 3 again. He's going to drive in this time, though, and gets the ball deflected, and then he tips it back. And it is Asher Woods who recovers it. Pretty sure it's Woods.
Yes, it is.
It's that 22. Yes, it is. All right. Starting at the hand of it, but But Woods this time passes it underneath to Percy Daniels. It's easy to tell who he is.
Yep.
Saying the size and width of that man as he has a two-man slam of his own.
Slamming the hammer down, much needed for the Tulane Green Wave. Starting to get their feet back under them. 3 of their last 3 from the field.
Now Griffiths with the 3 in front of the Temple bench from the near side wing. Once again, can't get it to go though, but another good sign to see. Griffiths letting it fly. Now the Green Wave with Daniels over to Woods. Woods thinking about a 3 at the near side wing. He'll pick it up to the corner. That is Ringgold with a 3, rims out, rebounded by Brumball, and then Griffiths fights off his putback. Now the other way for the Owls. Aiden Tobiasen all the way, coast to coast. Aiden Tobiasen with a Euro step against Percy Daniels, 55-39. Owls extend their lead once again.
Euro step, right-hand lay on the left side of the basket. Nice play by Tobiasen.
Now Curtis Williams driving in. Puts a shot up, can't get it to go. But a loose ball foul, I would assume, unless it's a late whistle on the shot clock. It is on the ground. And we will head to immediate timeout. Welcome back to Elite Core Center. 55-39. Temple ahead of the Tulane Green Wave. Like we've mentioned multiple times, it is win and in for the Temple Owls. But it is also the crazy month of March. And a note about March,
yeah, and
head coach Ron Hunter.
It feels like in March, black magic is just alive all over the place, and you definitely feel it. You feel it in March.
There is that black magic as Asher Woods inbounds the ball. Or, pardon me. gets the inbound, but misses a reverse layup. Now the other way for the Owls. Quick possession doesn't pay off for the Green Wave. Darien Ford now, covered by Brumbaugh. Ford trying to go to work, back up top to Mason. Now Mason over to Ford, to Griffiths, back to Mason. Mason driving in, a little too much contact this time by Ringgold.
And, you know, Charlie, a lot of the time, Mason does take some pretty smart takes, but that one I have to question, even with the shot clock going down, taking that up against Ringgold, who again has almost like a 5-inch advantage over you, is definitely just an interesting shot selection, not only from Mason, but the Temple squad in general.
Really, I'd assume the game plan is, though, take it to the basket, and they have attacked it so far today. And it did pay off right there, though. But Darien Ford, now this time to the corner to Biason. Nice pump fake. Had Daniels jumping, but now Jordan Mason catches corner three. Jordan Mason, and the Owls are hot from beyond the arc to start the second half. 58-39.
Huge shot.
Now pass underneath to Percy Daniels. Two-hand slam over Aiden Tobiason. So an answer from the Green Wave with 14 minutes to go here in the second half. 58-41. Owls still ahead. And
a mean two-hand jam from Daniels. And after the crowd really got into that shot, silencing them.
Now pass to Tobiason in the corner, in front of the Temple bench. They answer again from beyond the arc. The Owls stay red hot from beyond the arc. And now another pass up. That is Williams, who goes up for the layup and gets fouled, though. So Tulane trying to keep the crowd still quieter, I'd say, as the momentum is shifting more and more towards the Owls side with a 20-point lead.
Well, right now, the Owls, it's raining threes, and it's a really encouraging sign to see. You could just feel it not only in the building, but on the bench. The vibe right now, it just feels absolutely outstanding for this Temple team. And they get it. Backs against the wall. It's win or go home. And they got a tough matchup against Tulsa next game. So this is really a big win or go home kind of thing for them. So huge.
As Williams makes both free throws, who is an 83% free throw shooter at the line coming into tonight. But even though it's an 18-point lead, still 13:35 to go for the Owls. And they need to keep it going nonstop. Now Jordan Mason to Griffiths, far wing, to Darien Ford in the corner. Thinking about it, pump fakes, now drives in, pass underneath to Baba. Fouled going to the line to shoot two.
And Baba, very good free throw shooter. Again, I mentioned earlier, 75% from the charity stripe. And Temple just is really, I feel like one of their biggest strengths right now in this game is their ball movement is impeccable. There isn't a lot of turnovers coming from Temple, and you know they are a pretty turnover-aware team a lot of the time as well. But what Tulane does is when you turn over the ball, they score. They have 13 points off of Temple's 6 turnovers, but Temple just doing a good job of facilitating and passing the rock around. And it's a really encouraging sign to see from Fisher and the boys.
It really is, and even the shots that they don't take beyond the arc as well, they're still good looks. And I'm surprised they haven't launched some of them, especially with how hot they've been from beyond the arc right now.
Yeah, but it turns out that take, even when they don't launch it, is a smart take, taking it to the rim or taking it to the mid-range. Every time it's worked out in their favor.
It has. Duradola makes a pair, a 63-43, back to a 20-point lead for the Owls with 13:15 to go. Now here's Ringgold. Ringgold up top to Woods. Woods driving in, back out to Ringgold, to Middleton, back in the game now with 4 fouls. Now to Woods in front of the Green Wave bench. Now back up top, it is Williams. Williams, as the shot clock expires, can't get a deep three, desperation three to go.
And a lot of frustration right now boiling over on this Tulane team.
Yes, it is. Saying it's a 20-point lead, all the momentum on the outside. Now swing to Ford in the corner. He hits again. Darien Ford and the Temple Owls dominating from beyond the arc in this second half, 66-43.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the only way to put it. Now Brumbaugh trying to answer on his own. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Griffiths. The Owls in total control right now. Now pass to Griffiths. To Ford in the far corner. Back to Griffiths. Long pass over to Biason. In front of the Temple bench for 3. Can't get it to go. Loose ball. Ford hits the deck. Fisher's losing his mind over there. But as Brumbaugh loses it, fumbles it up, no one even near him, and a lob to Aiden Tobiason. Griffiths to Bison. Adam Fisher slamming the scorer's table. This is the Temple team that everyone knows and loves.
Just phenomenal. And
I'm going to take your line. Wow.
yeah, I mean, it's just a phenomenal basketball right now. They're riding the waves of momentum. And someone who loves loves college basketball, Pat Dallahan, there's ebbs and flows in college basketball. This is about a game of runs, and it's March now. You said it best.
And it's
so
madness.
Right now, it's been madness in the Liacouras Center.
It is. I'm almost speechless. I don't even know what to say. This is not the team that we have seen at all. Even the times they've gotten out to double-digit leads, 25-point lead for the Temple Owls, 68-43 with 11 minutes and 56 seconds to go here in the second half in the Liacouras Center. We will be right back on WHIP Sports Radio. As we mentioned, it's March. Ron Hunter, head coach of the Green Wave. His name is familiar, if you don't know. Ron Hunter was a former head coach of Georgia State, and he had a big moment in March Madness. 2015, his son, R.J. Hunter, with a game-winning shot to upset Baylor in the famous sight of Ron Hunter falling off of his stool. Tonight, that excitement is not here for Ron Hunter, as he is maybe showing the energy in a negative way. He's not happy with this Tulane Green Wave performance as they are trailing 68-43 to the Temple Owls, as the sequence of one word, wow. As we've said, we haven't seen this basketball from the Temple Owls over the last 6 games. And with 11:56 to go, they still need to keep that foot on the gas pedal.
And Tulane's really feeling the ramifications of this big run, 7-0 run within the past minute and 27, but a 5:06 from the field for Temple. And it really has just been this whole half. I mean, we mentioned the first minute and 40, they came out hot. And Charlie, the common trend throughout these past 6 games is that Temple's, they start strong or they do something strong, and then they just let it ride. But Temple's just accelerated and accelerated, and at one point they were even going way over the speed limit, and right now, really taking it to the Green Wave.
Yes, and it's gotten to the point where Scotty Middleton has to check back into the game, which I was surprised. I hesitated when I saw who it was because he has 4 fouls, and it's almost desperation time for Tulane, saying you have to put your scorer back in, even though he does have 4 fouls.
Yeah, but he's also one of the only 2 people that has 4 field goals apart from Brumbaugh, so you got to get that scoring edge back in no matter what's going on with the foul trouble.
That's exactly why. As Ringgold, though, has a jump shot, can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Owls, looking to extend this lead. Once again, Jordan Mason up top with the ball just in front of the center court logo. Mason gets a screen from Griffiths to Griffiths. That's a floater underneath to Duradola, who has a lot of contact. Babatunde Duradola puts it in for 2 of his own, 70-43.
Wow.
Temple. Wow.
There's not much more to say right now.
There really isn't much more to say, especially over the last 6 games. And that's Ringgold, who loses the ball between his legs, picked up by Darian Ford, and everything, and I mean everything, is going the cherry in the white's way.
Well, Tulane was the start of this 26-day just terrible stretch of basketball, and Temple getting the revenge right now in this second half.
Now pass underneath the Babatunde Daradola once again. Easy layup for Baba. Now Brumball driving in behind the back, covered by Ford tightly once again. Now pass, that is Williams with a far 3 at the far wing. No good. On the ground, Darian Ford finding a way. Mason hits the ground as well. Owls recover with the ball. Gets it to Griffiths. Back to Mason. And the Owls on the ground, retaining possession. This is March basketball right here. Now Jordan Mason thinking about the 3 a few times. Now driving in, puts the layup up hard off the glass. Off the hand of Duradola and Ringgold, but it will go the Green Wave way.
I would say that's probably the first take in 10 minutes that I've somewhat disagreed with. I think Mason was just rushed it just a little too much. I think he had a little bit more time than he thought. But still, just great job by everyone on the Temple defense, just hitting the deck, just fighting for these loose balls. And this is a Temple team playing with an edge, knowing that it's back against the wall. I mean, it's been back against the wall for 26 days now, but now it's especially, grind time.
It's with an edge that someone who just checked back into the game for the first time after a while is Messiah Gilliard, who really has had an increase in minutes as of late during the 6-game streak, which he has been one of the stars on the team during that streak. As Percy Daniels to Williams. Williams for 3. Finally, the Green Wave have a bucket after a 3-minute and 35-second scoring drought. So a 72-46 lead for the Owls with 9:30 to go. But back to what we were saying about Gilliard, he's been playing with the edge. He's gotten to some, I'd say some argument on the court, I'd say. Had a technical foul the one day against Tulane. Oh, not Tulane, pardon me. But now the other way is Brumball goes between the legs. Now pass over to Middleton. Ends up in the hands of Williams. Now Williams at the far wing. Once again, shot. No good. Tried to answer. That looks like his spot from where he's shooting, trying to get it to go in, but a foul on the floor.
And very tenacious defense right now from Temple, closing out with a lot of speed, just really applying the pressure to this Tulane team. That was a shot that I would expect to go up with just about, I would say, 7 to 4 seconds left in the shot clock. There was 12 seconds left. A lot of time to make a play there for Williams, and he just chalked up a deep 3. This Temple defense giving Tulane a lot of issues right now.
They truly are, and it's impressive to see. They've done it the whole game, and it shows, and they are continuing it.
And Tulane just moving a little too fast, too, trying to keep up, and it just isn't working.
Now pass underneath to Middleton, and a foul on Jemai Felt. So that is his 4th. As Middleton was trying to go up for the layup, not the slam, but he will go to the line to shoot 2. So definitely something you don't want to do. Foul, let them slowly chip away in this game. 72-46.
Jemai Felt 4 fouls, so we should be expecting Babatunde Duradola to check back in just a short moment.
Like you just said, here comes Baba back into the game. Baba, really someone who has stepped up tonight as well. He has 10 points on the night, perfect from the field. Has 2 rebounds as well in 13 minutes played. But Middleton, though, with 12 points, can't get the second free throw to go. Rebounded by Gilliard. Now Brumball covering Ford, covering up the court. Now drops back a little bit. 8:30 to go, 15 on the shot clock. Darian Ford going to work now. Driving in left hand, puts up the shot. Floater, good for Darian Ford. Real confident take right there, and it was really good to see.
Just absorbs the contact, puts it up with the left hand. Just smart basketball from Darian Ford, the vet on this team, and has really just done a great job this year.
Now the other way for the Green Wave is KJ Green from Atlanta, Georgia, with a right-hand layup of his own. 74-49 at the 8-minute mark. Darian Ford to Griffiths. Back to Ford. Driving in, now Gilliard for three in front of Coach Adam Fisher. He hits again. Messiah Gilliard doing what he's done over this 6-game losing streak, but he continues when it's needed most for the Owls right now, 77-49.
Just a huge impact discovery for the Temple Owls was Gilliard. He really just came out of nowhere and just started hitting on all cylinders.
Now Daniels to Williams. Williams with the three from the top of the arc. No good. Rebounded by Baba. To Darian Ford the other way for the Owls. Looking to extend on this lead again. Owls 5 of the last 7 from the field. 56% from the field overall today. Now Ford taking it all by himself. Contact to the line as we reach immediate timeout here in the Lee Course Center. Another way to put it, wow. So really not another way to put it, but 77-49. The Temple Owls lead it here in the Lee Course Center as we reach another immediate timeout. When we come back, the final 7 minutes and 11 seconds of Temple men's basketball. This is Temple basketball on WHIP Sports Radio. Welcome back to the Lee Course Center. 7 minutes, 11 seconds left. 77-49. The Temple Owls way out front of the Tulane Green Wave. After, like you've said, the Green Wave started the 6-game losing streak for the Owls. Tonight, here in North Philadelphia, for Temple to win and in. As Darian Ford at the line to shoot 2 to extend this lead for the Owls to get it
And I feel like if Temple can come out with the win in this game, it's just a breath of fresh air. You know, this team started so much of just an avalanche of bad things for this basketball team, and just to eclipse them in a big matchup, a win and in, it could set the tone for such an interesting March for this Temple basketball squad.
Not just setting a tone, just overall, like the momentum, everything. Not just knowing they can win, how they're winning tonight. Now Aiden Tobiasen with the rebound to Jordan Mason going the other way for the Owls. The Owls are up 30 points, 79-49 as Ford hit his 2 free throws. And Jordan Mason swings it to Ford to Gilliard in the corner. He hit again. Wow. Messiah Gilliard, everyone contributing for the Temple Owls tonight from beyond the arc. Just speechless. And everything's falling.
Gilliard loves that left corner 3, just goes right back to it and succeeds.
He really does. Now Brumbaugh trying to get to the paint, covered tightly by Duradola. Now it's Asher Wood for 3. No good at the right wing in front of the Green Wave bench.
Charlie, I just want to point something out. 73% shooting in this half from this Temple squad. Just came out of the locker room when there are issues about playing a full 40, were right in their face, and came out and just fired on all cylinders. Great shooting everywhere.
Now Gilliard, heat check, no. In the left wing, that would have
Coach
blown
Fish,
the roof off of this building.
Coach Fish on the sideline gave like a disgusted face.
And then just put his arms up tight like, hey, slow down a little bit. They haven't clinched yet. And we've seen what this team can do. And even though they're up by 32 right now, you can't let up. You really can't.
No.
You just want to be 1,000% sure you're in, as Tobiasen exits the game, getting a standing ovation by the Cherry and White faithful. Here on Fan Appreciation Night, they're appreciating the players mightily as Brumbaugh drives to the basket and is fouled on the floor by...
It looked like Duradola.
On Duradola. Darian Ford.
Interesting scenario for both of the big forwards here for Temple, both with 4 fouls as this game, is starting to wind down a little bit. Interesting to see what Coach Fish kind of does throughout the, next couple of minutes with this big comfortable lead that they do have.
As Aiden Tobiasen immediately checks back in for Babatunde Duradola. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Mokita in right there.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I would have expected at that moment.
I think with, you don't want to press off the gas, but with the amount of times that Tulane does drive to the rim, it doesn't hurt to have that defensive presence down there to kind of help out in that moment. So both bigs with 4 fouls. Interesting to see what kind of route Temple goes to, but I wouldn't be shocked if, they went down that Mokita route.
And you never know with the 32-point lead right now for the Owls as Brumbaugh hits both of the 1-on-1 as Tulane's in the bonus. You might see some other names on the Temple bench possibly if it gets to that point. Maybe in the name of Connor Gall.
Oof.
That would be something tonight. And now Tulane with a full court trap. The Owls get it across half-court line and up to Mason on the logo with 20 seconds on the shot clock as they finally set up the offense now.
Well, something that we haven't talked about, Charlie, is Tulane's on a 2-game skid of themselves.
Yes, they are.
So this would bring this to a streak if they lose this one against the Owls, and that's not a great way to end the season.
It's definitely not a great way to end the season. Now Jordan Mason tied up underneath as the buzzer goes, the foul, and he puts it in. Jordan Mason doing everything that possession for the Owls and going to the line to shoot. Uno mas.
And that's one of those, kind of plays where you really can't do anything as a Tulane defender. Shot going down, Jordan Mason's just chucking something up, and even though they will review this foul, he is going to get that extra free throw potentially.
The play is being reviewed.
They are. Ron Hunter is reviewing the play. I wonder if it's specifically if it's on the floor, if they're trying to call that, or if it was a shot overall. But we're going to go to review, and we're going to come back real quick. Welcome back to the Lee Course Center. Foul will stand as Jordan Mason hits his and one free throw. So, terrific sequence from Jordan Mason right there.
Doing it all, and that's awesome what you want to see from Jordan Mason. I mean, as much as he's a great distributor, he's a good shot creator too, and that's a nice thing he's unlocked as the season's progressed.
Now Brumbaugh going up for the shot. It's Gavin Griffith straight up. But they call a foul on him. Fisher saying just swing down at that point and knock the ball out, because it wasn't terrible defense from Gavin right there in the paint.
No, not at all. And Brumbaugh a little bit smaller than he is. Brumbaugh stands at 6'4", so Griffiths does have the 3 inches on him, a little bit more noticeable on the court than it would be in the doctor's office, but it was definitely great defense, down low by Griffiths. Just got a little bit too handsy and definitely did go for the block, as he does lead the team with 1.8 blocks per game. So I saw what he was going for.
Brumbaugh makes both free throws, so it's an 85-53 game with 5 minutes and 1 second now. Full court press still from the Green Wave, and Tobias inbounds it, and it is off the Owls, and it will go back to the Green Wave. So a successful trap from the Green Wave off of the hands of Mason, covered tightly by Brumbaugh. Now inbounding it is the Green Wave. It's a quick inbound pass to Curtis Williams, and he has a jump shot.
So
to go.
Similarly, this is what we saw kind of happen against North Texas, and even though you do have that 30-point cushion, this isn't a habit you like to develop in which, you start playing a little bit of sloppy basketball. Obviously, mistakes happen, Charlie. That's the way of life. But that was a sloppy play.
Yes, it definitely was a sloppy play right there. But as the Owls inbound at this time, right away, Darian Ford is fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot two. With 4:54 to go, it's an 85-55. Owls lead it. They are now in the bonus. And Ford can't get his first free throw to go, so the clock will run as Brumbaugh gets the rebound at the top of the arc. Going in quickly, easy layup, underhand layup for Rowan Brumbaugh.
And this is, Tulane finally responding. Is it too little, too late? Well, I guess we'll see in the next couple of minutes, but got past the 30 mark. It's just you got to go on a huge run.
Definitely is. So the Owls get it back across half court this time. Jordan Mason slowing it down on the center logo.
Temple needs another big shot. They need that dagger to really just stab through the Wave heart and try and get past this one, clean slate.
And just a feel-good shot as well. As Jordan Mason driving in, puts a shot up, floater, gets it to go. Darian Ford, pardon me. Beautiful take floater from Ford. 87-57. As Brumbaugh going up, blocked by Gavin Griffiths. Griffiths gathers.
And what Brumbaugh really does well was he kind of puts you to sleep with his dribble moves. He if you relax us for a second, he's going to blow right past you. Griffiths did a good job staying alert, getting a hand up, and just tipped the ball well enough so Brumbaugh couldn't get a shot. That's impressive defense from Gavin. He's really one of the premier defenders, guard defenders, especially in the AAC.
It really is. Now Jordan Mason covered by Brumbaugh. Going to work now, 5 on the shot clock. Mason, floater, got it to go. Jordan Mason, this time that's the right player. Not Ford, but they're just sharing it, that's all.
Wow.
Jordan Mason, the point guard, doing his thing. 89-57 now. 3:13 to go here in the second half. Williams against Griffiths. Floater, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Messiah Gilliard.
Once again, I just think this Tulane team is attacking the wrong player. Griffiths in an interior, especially against a guard, that's not a matchup you want for Tulane, and they've been targeting him a lot. But why him? He doesn't make any sense. He's giving you no options. Connor Gall chance coming from the stands.
Pull the headset off my ear for a second to hear if I was hearing it correctly. Now 3 on the shot clock. Gilliard driving in, puts a shot up off the backboard. Shot clock violation. And a media timeout with 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go. Will we see Connor Gall when we return from the break? This is Temple men's basketball on WHIP Sports Radio. Welcome back to the League Core Center. And we just came up with another word to describe this night. It's been a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious night here in the League Core Center. How do you feel about that, Big Dan?
That was cheap. That was cheap, Charlie. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I gave you that word,
There's
and
our
that was a
producer
cheap one.
chipping in.
Yes,
I'm feeling phenomenal, Charlie.
our sideline reporter, Red Thunder, chirped in.
All right, you can.
I'm feeling
all right,
phenomenal,
I'm going
Charlie,
to
and it's one of those moments where you hope that they kind of shimmy, whatever was going on in that 6-game stretch off, and it kind of feels like they have. It started with Tulane. We mentioned this throughout. It should end with Tulane. It's a time now where this Temple team can take advantage. You have a tough matchup next week against Tulsa, but you could win that possibly and move on, and you're in a really good spot come, the AAC in Birmingham. If it's a win and get in, Temple looks like they may win this one, so they're in now. They're going to Birmingham. And this is a good feeling for Temple. I think they should ride this wave, and they shook off the 6 losing streak demon.
And it is time. Connor Gall going to the scores table to check in. The next stoppage, it will happen as Josiah Moore in now for the Green Wave is fouled. And here comes Connor Gall into the game. Coach Adam Fisher throwing his arms in the air for Jordan Mason exiting the game. And a standing ovation for the one and only walk-on Connor Gall in his final home game here at the Leah Core Center as Josiah Moore will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Green Wave. Well, shoot 2 now after he made the first free throw on the 1-and-1. But Connor Gall in a win and in game.
And
did you expect this coming in tonight?
No, and I'm
did.
happy it happened because he should get in for his last game here at Leah Core. He's the only walk-on on the squad. This is an important moment, and here at WHIP we're huge fans of Connor, and this is a really bittersweet moment.
Everything going right now.
Yeah.
Troy Arslan just finding his press pass that he lost all night. Connor Gall in the game as Cam Wallace takes the ball up the court. 2:15 to go. Josiah Moore missed the second free throw. Now Cam Wallace going to work now. Wallace to the far wing. Back up top to Mahoney. Mahoney to Messiah Gilliard. Gilliard with 9 on the shot clock. Back to Mahoney. And the left front court to the right front court now. To Wallace. Now Connor Gall. 2 on the shot clock. Gall. Wallace. 3. No good. Rebounded by the Green Wave. And Middleton. Middleton now to Moore. Back to Rasmussen. Rasmussen to Middleton. Back to Rasmussen in the corner in front of the Green Wave bench. Now Curtis Williams Jr. with the ball. Covered by Ayuba Bryant Jr. Williams now driving in. Trying to keep that pivot foot still, he does. Back up to Middleton up top for 3. No good. Rebounded by Ayuba Bryant. Now Spencer Mahoney with 1:20 left. Up top to Gilliard. Gilliard to Gall. Gall shoots for 3. No good. Oh, this place almost lost it. Now rebounded by Rasmussen. Gall without hesitation threw it up from the right wing.
And he deserves it.
Yes, he does. Josiah Moore driving in on Connor Gall gets a right-handed layup to go. Under 60 seconds to go. The Owls looking
He
like
deserves
they're
the
gonna
no
clinch.
hesitation. It's his last game here at Leah Chorus. He deserves the no hesitation pull-up shot. I respect it. Give it to him again. Give it to him again, Spencer.
Expect a shot from Connor. It says Spencer Mahoney with a shot. No good. Darian Ford pointing to get it to Connor. Now under 40 seconds to go. The crowd rising at the Leah Core Center. Stolen away from Gilliard with 30 seconds to go. Gilliard to Gall. Gall, that's for 3. No. Off of a few. Back to Connor Gall. Gall with the ball back up top to Mahoney. And Adam Fisher saying no shot. As they will now dribble it out. 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. But the Temple Owls finally, and I mean finally, will clinch themselves a berth in the American Conference Tournament in Birmingham, Alabama. The shot clock expires with 3.9. Ball is inbounded to Rasmussen, and the clock strikes 0. And then it's over. The 6-game losing streak started with the Tulane Green Wave, and it ends with the Green Wave. The Owls ride the wave all night and clinch themselves a spot in the conference tournament. Man, that's a good feeling tonight.
Yeah, it is. And you know what, Charlie? They have to ride this wave for the remainder of the season. And this was like voodoo on them. It almost was just like this 6 games, Charlie, to put it point blank as I possibly can, was miserable. This was a miserable 6 games. This game was absolutely amazing. A dominant win is perfect for this Temple team. It shouldn't have been close. They didn't make it close. They came out of the second half firing. And genuinely speaking, that 5 minutes in the second half where they started was the most crucial 5 minutes of the whole game. And Charlie, for the first time, or one of the first times this year, I can say, they played a full 40.
They truly did play a full 40 minutes, and it was domination. That's all you can say. Pure domination tonight. 29-point win for the Owls. Final score 89-60. The Owls will have one more regular season matchup against the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But that will do it all tonight here in the Lee Core Center alongside my partner, Big Dan Leakin, producer, Red Thunder, Troy Arslan. My name is Charlie Houseman. Thank you all for listening to Temple